Hi everyone, I hope you've all had a great week. Before I start, I'd like to wish all the mums watching this video a very happy Mother's Day. Hope you were all spoiled with brekkie in bed this morning. I know my mum will be watching. Happy Mother's Day, Mum. Love you heaps. In this week's report, we'll check the lake levels. We'll see whether fish are biting. Pete has another wonderful pic to share with us. I have a tale to tell about 3 Mile Dam near Kiandra. There's the weather, pick of the week, and this week's fishing meme. Okay, let's start. Here's the report for the week ending the 11th of May, 2025. Taking a look at the lake levels, and Lake Eucumbene continues to fall, dropping another 0.5% this week. It's falling so quickly now, people who are up there for a few days are reporting that it's almost falling in front of their eyes. The lake now 13% lower than it was on this day in 2024. Tantangara Dam remains steady at 11.3%, and Lake Jindabyne fell 0.2%. Great to see so many people taking advantage of the very pleasant and unseasonably warm autumn weather to get up to Lake Eucumbene for a fish. There's been plenty of great trout caught this week. Lake Eucumbene regular Nate Smith and his great mate Stephen Hill spent a beautiful Monday morning out on the water. The boys landing some cracking fish on the troll, including these. The fish were all released to swim another day. Great catches, boys, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you for that beer soon, Nate. Tony and good mates Brett, Paul, and Graham spent a great few days up at Eucumbene recently. Tony reporting the fishing was pretty good, with the group landing some beautiful fish with a mix of rainbows and some very decent browns. Tony, Brett, Paul, and Graham love getting to the lake as often as they can, with Tony adding they've been going to Lake Eucumbene since their teens. Good company, nice weather, and some quality trout. What more could you want? Maybe ending the trip with a couple of beers and laughs at Adam and Ibby's famous Snow Goose Hotel. Cheers, fellas. Kevin spent some time last Friday at Frying Pan and fished in the beautiful autumn weather. Kevin was rewarded with this monster 65 centimetre, 7-pound brown trout caught on worms from the bank. Kevin mentioning he caught the trout at 11:20 in the morning, proving not all fish just feed in the morning or evening. Fantastic catch, Kevin, and thanks for sharing with the group. Father and son Jared and Wade Casey spent last weekend up at beautiful Buckenderra. The duo catching some great trout, including this beautiful brown landed by Wade. Not to be outdone, Dad Jared landing this lively rainbow. Jared saying the fish were caught from the bank on yabbies and orange powerbait. Looks like you had a wonderful trip, boys, and I bet you can't wait to get up for your next fish. Marty Whalen spent last Sunday night at Seven Gates. What a great pick and a glorious sunset, Marty. Not only did Marty enjoy the view, he landed 3 beautiful trout, 2 browns, and a rainbow. Looks like you're about to cook up a storm too, Marty. Thanks for sharing with the group, mate. Bob spent some time up at the lake during the week fishing the shoreline around the dam wall. Bob caught this beautiful 60+ centimetre brown on chunky cheese powerbait. Bob releasing the fish to swim another day. What a great catch, Bob, and thanks for sharing with the group. Anglers Reach local Tony Egan is one of the luckiest blokes I know. He lives about 400 metres from the water's edge. Actually, could be 405 metres next week if the lake keeps dropping, mate. Living so close means Tiny wets the line pretty much whenever he wants to. Whether he catches a fish or not, which he usually does, isn't important. Just living in the best region in Australia is reward enough. Here's a few pics and a video of Tiny's adventures during this week. Oh, and great to see you're still wearing your Lake Eucumbene beanie, mate. Must be getting cold up there. Oh, and that reminds me that I've got a new batch of Eucumbene beanies available, including a limited edition fluoro green one. Actually looks great. So I'll post up some details on how you can get yourself one in a future report. Seeing all these great fish is making us all very jealous and hungry. Callum definitely had the right idea, cooking up some trout cutlets. There were plenty of recipe suggestions posted to the Lake Eucumbene Facebook group, including Tony Keith, who offered his serving suggestion: a lemon, puree blanc, hand-cut chips, rocket, parmesan, salad, and a can of Northern. Thanks for sharing, Callum. Peter's been out and about again, taking some amazing photos for his Australian Highcountry Photography. This is one of my favourites from his recent offerings. It shows 3 Mile Dam under glorious blue sunny skies. It's a beautiful pic, Pete. 3 Mile Dam is 3 kilometres from Mount Selwyn, 10 kilometres from Kiandra, and 14 kilometres from Australia's highest township, Cabramatta. It sits 1,470 metres above sea level, which is almost 300 metres higher than Lake Eucumbene. 3 Mile Dam is a really interesting place and has a rich history. It was actually built during the Kiandra gold mining era in 1882 by the then Kiandra Gold Mining Company. It was built to support sluicing operations. Specifically, it provided water for the hydraulic sluicing of gold at nearby New Chum Hill, just a few kilometres away. Later, it became part of the Snowy Mountains hydroelectric scheme. So, what is sluicing? Well, it's a method of mining gold where water is used to wash away loose soil and rock, allowing for the concentration of gold. Winter is my favourite time to visit 3 Mile Dam, but it can get bloody cold. Here's a pic I took of 3 Mile Dam years ago when I worked at nearby Mount Selwyn Ski Resort. I certainly couldn't fish on that day. 3 Mile Dam is one of my favourite places in the mountains. If you've never been, I can highly recommend a trip. The lake has plenty of trout, including brook trout, and you can camp there free of charge. Unfortunately, I rarely see this much ice at the dam these days, and given the long range forecast for a very mild winter, it's not likely to look like this again this year. Speaking of the weather, and it's looking like another unseasonably mild week at Lake Eucumbene. Maximum temperatures will range from 15 degrees on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to a slightly cooler 13 degrees next Sunday. Nights will be particularly mild for this time of the year and average at 6 degrees. Once again, little to no rain is forecast in the next 7 days. For pick of the week, I've gone with this one sent in by Eric. It really doesn't need any introduction or explanation. It's just a bloody good photo. I think we can all imagine ourselves sitting there like Eric. Oh, the serenity. Thanks for sharing with the group, Eric. And don't forget, if you've been up to the lake recently and have taken a pic or two, post them to the Lake Eucumbene Facebook group, and you might just see them here in a future report. This week's fishing meme is a beauty. A fisherman doesn't count hours, they count memories. I've been going to Lake Eucumbene since the late 70s and was lucky enough to live up there in the 80s. I definitely have many more memories than I have caught fish, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, that's the report for this week. I hope you found it useful. As always, happy to take on any feedback or suggestions. And don't forget, if you're looking for more information on Lake Eucumbene, check out the social media channels. There's the website, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll be notified whenever I put new content up. Have a great week, everyone. Stay safe, tight lines, and again, happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Bye for now.